Three, two, one. Hi, it's me, Curtis, coming to you from my backyard. Lisa and I are back from New York. We flew out on September 12th. On 9/11, we like to stay home and just remember those that we as a country, we as people, we as a world lost in the tragedy of that day. We had a wonderful week in New York. I had to zip down to Conyers, Georgia, my hometown, to give a little family business. Like so many families across America, there's the stress of COVID and all the things that are going on. Pray for my family as I pray for yours. Today's show, I hope you enjoy as much as I enjoy putting together. Lisa and I dined in New York. We played in New York. Went to a couple of plays. Waitress, I took Lisa to see. Anyone that's worked in the food business, check out Waitress if you get a chance to. She and some friends, her theater friends, went to see it's about Henry VIII's Six Wives. What else? We went to a festival down in Little Italy. We stayed at a place called the TWA Hotel. Lisa had read about it. It's at JFK Airport, so we flew into JFK, spent one night there. It's worth the trip if you get a chance to, okay? It's like stepping back into, well, I can't, you'll see when you look at the first part of the video. Then we fly home. Wow. In fact, I have footage of us taking off from Newark Airport and landing here at SFO, which I've always wanted to share. Come home to Novato, and I share some more magic with tomatoes, and I might even show you my Kobe, did I say Kobe? My Wagyu steak. Hope you enjoyed today as much as I have, and remember, always remember, never forget what happened that day back in 2001 on September 11th. Peace, peace, peace. Spread love. Let's go back to the year 1962. Hey, this is the sunken waiting room that the Beatles came through. The TW Hotel and JFK. Yeah, it's good for one night. Don't stay more than that. The phone works.
It does? Yeah. But you're just dialing them.
Okay, now there's a twister room. That takes us back to the 60s. Couldn't find the key, so we didn't get a chance to play. Now, we're at Paris Cafe. This is one of John George's spots. I love my martini. So does Lisa. We dined. She loves the sushi. That's the salmon sushi. Me, my calamari. Then we split a Caesar salad before checking out some nightlife. Lisa and I both love to learn. We like the history of things. Now, this little museum is about the architect who put together the TWA terminal. He also designed the arch in St. Louis and a lot of European buildings and, put together this whole center. It was quite fascinating. There's a model of the TWA terminal, which was, I love checking this out. Now, we're going to move into a room, a couple of rooms, in fact, that take us back to what things were like in 1962. Cecil B. DeCurtis. Wow, back in 62. If you get to JFK, check out this terminal. Some of these things do remind me of our house, although I don't remember us having Buddy Holly. We did have that little record player, and we did have Chubby Checkers in our crib. Mom would get mad at me if I said crib. There was also a lot of Al Green, Sam Cooke, James Brown, of course, Mahalia Jackson. Now look at these. This is what a lot of things are like in 62. Check out that lamp. I love this. I hope you do too. Hey, we had a viewfinder in our house. Now, we did not have this. My sisters didn't have the Barbie dolls. I remember trading Sophia my G.I. Joe for her Easy Bake Oven. Was that a story of things to come? Check these out. There's posters and of Dr. No, and look at this wall coming up here. There's that old TWA playing. Look at this, JFK and Jackie, the books that were hip back in 62. I love that, those little Those little vases. Oh, wow, look at that camera. 1962, as they say back in the day. Of course, this had to be a New York fan with the Jets and the Jets poster up there. I think that was a year before Mean Joe Green. Did I say Mean Joe Green? I mean Joe Namath won the Super Bowl. The Barbie house. Yeah, we didn't have many of those around our place. But it's nice to look at this, right? The year was 1962. It's kind of fascinating. I mean, they put this together with a lot of things. Now, we had a couch like that, and I remember so much of things like this, you know. Your friend's house. Look at that rug. I'd love to have that now. I'm kidding. Here comes the martini. Catch 22. Big book in the 60s. There's that martini. Now that's why the Paris Cafe of the John George, those are Lisa's feet there. Now check out this Letterman sweater on the back of this. I hope I get a shot of that. Oh no. Cecil B. DeCurtis. Look at the beautiful red phone. And here's the little nook. Wow. All right, this is the next day. So before we go into the city, we thought we'd go check out the rooftop pool. It's pretty cool. Look at that. You get to watch the planes take off and land. And there's a pretty awesome view of the city if you can zoom in on it. This is my niece, baby. Me and Bella were Corona. Me and Bella hanging out. She biting me. I don't know, if I get a dog, it's gonna be this size. What y'all think? Turn it the other way. See, that's better. See, if I get a dog, it's gonna be this size. Peace, spread love. Hey Bella, say hi to everybody, Bella. Say hey to everybody, Bella. Me and Bella hanging, chilling like villains. And this is my ode to Tracy Morgan. I'm Brian Fellow. I guess that shows how COVID has changed life as we know it. Puffing up, baby. What? People puffing up. I surprised Lisa with tickets to the play Waitress. If you worked in the food business, you will love this play. Even if you haven't, the little kid was fabulous. Lisa and her theater buddies went to check out 6 about Henry VIII's wife. She said it was fabulous. The streets of NYC. Now this is looking down 7th Avenue. Onto Broadway, the canyons, you know, those, the canyons, that's what they call those. And that's looking back up to Central Park. Now, I'm on 5th Avenue, going to walk down to 18th Street to a camera store that I've always wanted to check out, and was so disappointed when I got there, they didn't have the part I was looking for. That's St. Patrick's Cathedral. Now, this is a little stroll I took through Rockefeller Center. I like it. I like checking it out, you know, when the tree is up and things at Christmas time. But today, they're just out doing prep work, checking out the people. That's a better shot of it. Central Park. I used to love visiting this place when I lived in New York. Not so much now. I do recommend downloading the app if you've never been to Central Park. However, they won't tell you some of the critters that are on the ground there. It's beautiful views at the park. There's a shot of our hotel, the Essex House, a JW Marriott spot, and then the beautiful pond that you've seen. I'm sure you've seen this in a lot of movies. And we'll also come up on the beautiful bridge that is seen in so many movies in New York. Me, I love the simple things. The tree roots. Look at that, huge. Looks like something from a Tolkien novel. There's the bridge. The bridge is coming up now. Well, do you recognize this fountain? It's outside a very famous hotel. That's it, the Plaza. 2 years ago, Lisa and I celebrated Christmas at the Plaza. Great movie, too. There's a great look at the hot dog stands on the street and a look down those beautiful canyons. Let's go downtown to Little Italy and have some fun food at a street festival. Hey, Michael, what's the name of this festival?
San Gennaro.
San Gennaro, ah. This is the never-ending daiquiri. For 20 bucks, I could drink mango daiquiris all day. I didn't. The restaurants, the food of New York, not necessarily in the order we dined at them. Bella Ciao, Ciao Bella, beautiful food. These posters from old shows, I love them in the men's room. I don't know what was in the ladies' room. This wine, Lisa Bella, my beautiful Lisa. Of course I had to order that for my girl. It's a gorgeous red wine. I love this poster. Wow, the Ramones, Talking Heads. Can you imagine being at that show? Now check out this restaurant coming up. Rails, one of the toughest seats to get in New York. Nowadays, they're delivering those so you can eat their food quick and easy. Famous meatballs, eggplant parm, and then the pasta dishes. Ooh la la. Now here comes a picture of the outside of Arreo. It is just a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. Back in the day, I dined there. I can't get a seat there now. Shunli Palace. Whoa. You got to go there or order in when you're in the city. You will love it. Nobu 57, one of the 12 Nobus around the world. Food was fantastic. Drew Naporin, I call him Big Daddy. He runs the Marriott Restaurant Group. Incredible man. Great food guy too. This is Chef Alex. He was in charge of the kitchen the night I was there with Lisa at Nobu 57. The food, here it comes. We started out with the edamame. Wow. Lisa had the hot sake on the left. I had the cold sake on the right. This sake is exclusively available at Nobu. Any of the Nobu restaurants around the world. Check it out. It's a cold sake. Absolutely incredible. So if you're at Nobu, ask for this beautiful cold sake. Again, exclusive to Nobu. Now, the food. Let's see what we've got first. Lisa loves that beautiful yellow tail. Me? I don't know. I go more for like a mini taco, crab taco. Isn't that gorgeous? Chef Alex threw down. Now take a look on the palm of my hand so you can get a perspective. Another view of it coming up. Absolutely fabulous. Now this is one of those signature dishes, the beautiful shrimp. Oh, Nobu, you know what you're doing, my brother. Now the next shot is just me showing off my chopstick skills. I love the lights in the background there. Get my little Sisabita Curtis on. Here he is, pigging out. Curtis George Aikens Sr., Manhattan, living it up. Yeah, again, just showing off my chopstick skills. I got them, so I might as well flaunt it, right? You know, I'm just having fun. This was a Chilean sea bass, cooked to perfection. Should have did a better picture though. My fault. Now, this is Lisa, one of her favorite dishes of all time. It is the miso cod. Oh, she just loves this dish. And I got to tell you, when I tried it, I was equally in love. Miso cod at Nobu. Now this, and again, I've got to do a better job taking pictures. My apologies, Chef Nobu, Chef Alex, and Drew. Need better lighting. This is the Wagyu beef. It was so good. Carter, our server, recommended a glass of Malbec with it. It was fabulous. No, this is not coffee. This is my dessert. Lisa had to take off to her play, so I got to finish up the meal on my own. It was out of... On my walk back to the hotel, this piece of art caused me to stop to cry. I love it. Everybody, this is my man TJ.
Polaris.
My man, say it again, TJ.
Welcome to Polaris.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Wagyu steak. See what happens. See if it's as good as they say it is, right? Good. Nice little sizzle. It's about a, 3/4 incher. All that fat, we'll see what happens. The fat, they say that's what the flavor at. I'm searing one side, gonna flip it. Oh wow, all that fatty stuff coming up. This grill's gonna flame up, I'm sure. All that good stuff off the plate. Add that to it. Now, I like doing this with my steaks. Putting them up on end and kind of getting that to caramelize a bit there. The American Wagyu. Turn it on the other end there, same thing. I should use my big grill fork, but nah. This is for you, Mama. Laura Bell Aikens always does stuff with a fork. All right, let's Wagyu it. Let's Wagyu it. Wagyu it. All right, that's after 5 minutes. We're gonna flip her, or him. quite a bit of fat in that wagyu, so we're going to pull it off and let's do a temperature check. I think I'm going to take it all totally off the heat here. Save some of those juices. Let's do a temperature check. Take it totally off the flame. And let's see where we're at. This is my first wagyu. It's ready. I forgot to try the wagyu beef for you. Let's do some work with tomatoes today. Those beautiful 4 tomatoes we had earlier. Now, to peel tomatoes, it's pretty easy. Got a pot of water boiling there. What I'm doing is just a little circle cut to remove that core, the stem end. Then I do a little, like an X cut on the top. I don't slice deep into the tomato, just enough to pierce the skin. Then we put it in the boiling water for maybe 20 to 30 seconds. We're not cooking the tomatoes, we're just heating them up so they start to expand. Now, as you see, I'll take the heated tomatoes out of the boiling water, put them in cold water, or an ice bath, if you will. This shocks them and cuts all that heat out. Then the tomato itself shrinks down to make it easy to peel. You'll see in the next clip. Now you see how easy that skin is coming off? Now watch this. Pick it up because the tomato has shrank back down because heat makes things expand, cold makes it contract. The skin does not shrink. It's so easy to pull off. Peeling tomatoes, a very simple thing to do. We're going to do 2 things with these peeled tomatoes. We're going to make a tomato cancase, which is simply put chopped tomatoes, and we're going to make a tomato puree because those are 2 things that a lot of these peeled tomatoes are used for. Bon appetit! Okay, we're going to start simply by de-seeding the tomato. And it's simple. Just take my finger and I just either push the seeds out like that. And I love wearing my food safety gloves for this because it's a lot easier to grip slippery items, and tomatoes are slippery when they don't have the skin on. See how we're just squeezing those tomato seeds out. Now, those of you that are seed savers, great time. Just go ahead and lay those out on a piece of paper towel, and then you can save the best seeds. And how do you determine what's the best seeds? Your biggest, prettiest tomatoes, those are going to have the best seeds. And those are the ones that you want to kind of propagate for your next year's crop. Now, that is that beautiful German heirloom. This right here is one of the early girls. We're going to take those seeds and save some of them. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to save some of those golden Wellingtons as well. Okay, again, bon appetit, because we're going to do the French style cancase next. Tomato cancase, and it's a word I blow every time I try to say it, but simply put, it's peeled, seeded, and diced tomatoes, which we're doing here. These tomatoes have been seeded, and we're just dicing them up in kind of a fast chop now. Think about the tomatoes that you see in bruschetta. Those are cancase, okay? They've been chopped up quite pretty, no seeds to worry about. So if you see a recipe that calls for tomato cancase, you know what to do now. All right, we're going to wrap the show up. I'm going to show you a little montage of all those beautiful photographs from the TWA Hotel back in Manhattan. Peace, spread love. Lisa and I found this hotel extremely fascinating. TWA flew everywhere. She saw it was Hollywood. This is Egypt. Kansas City. Yep, laughing about that one. There were so many little nooks and crannies that we enjoyed while we were at the hotel. Like I said, the little sunken waiting room where the Beatles came through. There were pictures of presidents and first ladies and all kinds of dignitaries, Muhammad Ali. You think of any great athlete that came through. Now these are the flyers, if you will, of the places that they flew. And then back in the 60s, like TWA, they are the ones that set the global travel afoot, you know? Just extraordinary pictures there. And I do believe their hub, their home city was St. Louis. Look at that poster of Vegas back in the day. Wow. Wouldn't you have loved to have gone to Las Vegas when Frank and Dean and Sammy were playing there? Washington, D.C. Wow. There it is, our home, San Francisco. Hey, I was that guy on the cable car back in the 80s. I hope you've enjoyed this and this little walk down memory lane. I wish I had the rights to play the Minnie Riperton song. Look, there's some of the dignitaries. If you go back there, take a look at all those pictures on the wall, from Lucille Ball to Red Skelton, like I said, presidents and, athletes and politicians. There was a Howard Hughes wing in the hotel. It's quite interesting. There it is, the Beatles, Paul McCartney. That's when they came in. The Champ, Muhammad Ali. I have to tell you the stories of when I met the Champ someday. All right, everybody, spread love. The TWA way. Got a telephone booth, Gloria Swanson. Check out this telephone booth, 10 cents a call. The phone works.
It does?
Yeah.
But you're just dialing them.
This is my ode to Tracy Morgan. I'm Brian Fellow. Back in my yard, here we go. Our banana trees are looking good. Thought we'd give a peek at the bananas, see how the crop is coming along. I sure hope I get a chance to eat these before the cold weather gets in. Aren't those beautiful? Novato, California, growing bananas. Always remember. Always remember. Never forget. I won't.